Hi students, welcome to English class. Today we will be studying from Snapshots, chapter 3. The topic is Ranga's marriage by Masdi Venkatesa Iyengar. Dear students, there are 4 characters in this story. Ranga, the boy, Syama, the narrator, astrologer known as Sastri, and Ratna, an 11 years old girl. The story is very beautiful about Ranga's marriage. In the beginning of the story, the narrator mentions that there is no fancy title of the story because it is all about a simple boy. That is why the narrator didn't give or didn't mention any fancy title. He could have given the title like Ranganatha's Viva or Jagannatha Vijay, isn't it? But then the narrator amends or mentions a simple title because the boy is a common boy, a simple boy, and his marriage. He is from the village called Hosahari, an accountant's son. Dear students, the Hosahari village is a very small village, and it is not mentioned in the geography book also. But the narrator appreciates so much to this village. Also the local doctor, Dr. Gundavata, he also appreciates or he is also impressed with this village Hosahari. The village is famous for sour mangoes and a creeper growing in the village ponds. The leaves of this creeper could be served as good plate as afternoon meal. The narrator says that this village or people you may personally visit and then get appreciation to this village. One only can visit this village and get appreciation or get happiness by visiting personally. So my dear students, an accountant, the village accountant is the only one who gathered enough courage to send his son to Bangalore to study. After his returning of 6 months, so Ranga's homecoming was a great event. Why Ranga's homecoming was a great event? Because that time nobody knew English then. So that is why when he returned, Ranga's homecoming was a great event. When he returned from Bangalore after 6 months, a big crowd gathered, rushed to greet Ranga. After going there, nobody noticed any changes or there was unchanged on Ranga's. So after finding or noticing about no changing on Ranga's, the people again disappeared and nobody remained. Even the narrator also asked to greet Ranga. So after people went, so he continued to stood there for some time. Then what happens? The boy Ranga comes and then follows the rituals of his caste by touching the feet of Ranga's. Then what happens? The same afternoon, Ranga goes to the narrator's house with a couple of orange in his hand. Then the narrator thinks that such a fine and generous boy should get married and then settle down. And the narrator asks the boy, "What is your plan about the marriage?" Then the boy denies. "I have no at all plan for marriage now. I am searching for a right girl, one who is well mature enough. And secondly, he will get married a girl he admired." That is the plan of the what's called the boy Ranga. Then he says, "Till I get the right girl or the good girl whom I admire and well mature girl, I will remain like bachelor." So hearing this, what is called the view of opinion of Ranga's marriage, the narrator was distressed. Then what happens? The narrator decides to get Ranga married. Then what happens? The narrator found a beautiful girl. Her name is Ratna, one who came from big town to what is called remain in Ramarao's house. The Ratna girl called Ratna. So she is a beautiful girl. Also, she had a she had a sweet voice. She knows how to play veena and harmonium since she was from big town. Then what happens? The narrator informs to Ramarao's wife to send Ratna to his house with to fetch some buttermilk. Then Ratna comes to the narrator's house. As the narrator was a often visitor to the Ramarao's house. Then as the girl comes to the narrator's house, the narrator asks Ratna to sing a song. Then the girl Ratna starts singing. Meanwhile, Ranga reaches to the narrator's house and stops at the threshold or the doorpost. But because he didn't want to disturb the singing, he was curious to see the singer and he was enchanted by her and kept glancing at her. After some time, what happens? The Ranga asks about Ratna to the narrator. Then the narrator was very cunning enough to say lie. He said that the girl Ratna is married 1 year ago. Then what happens? There was a disappointment on Ranga's face. The Ranga was totally disappointed by hearing this, and he was very much unhappy. Then what happens? The narrator noticed all those things on the face of Ranga. Then what happens? The narrator goes to the astrologer, well known as the Shastri, we say. Yes or no? So the narrator goes to the Shastri and tweeted him about the marriage of Ranga, the boy. Then what happens? The narrator comes to the boy and then sees, he appears. The boy was, the Ranga was totally, he appeared as a worried boy, or something was worrying him. So that was noticed by the narrator on Ranga. Then the narrator asks, what is worrying you? Something is worrying you. It seems that your face shows that something is worrying you, isn't it? The narrator asks the boy Ranga. Then the boy says, yes. So let's go and approach to the astrologer, the Shastri, and he will help you to take out all the worries. He will help you to be out from the worries. Then the narrator and the boy Ranga goes to the Shastri, the astrologer. Then they meet. Then what happens? Meanwhile, unfortunately, the narrator slips out and says that I came today morning and reached meant to astrologer, but the astrologer, the Shastri, managed to say the sentence and change the sentence and told. Then what happens? The narrator, Shastri, asked the boy, what happened? Then the narrator says, something is worrying him or something is disturbing him. Then the astrologer says, it is nothing, it is about a girl. The name found in the ocean, like the name like Kamala, Pachi, Moss, or Ratna, the precious stone. Then what happens? The boy, the narrator asks to pretends to ask the narrator, astrologer, who is that girl? Then he says, it is about a girl, the Ratna. Then what happens? They bag both of them. As they were returned from the astrologer, the narrator happens to visit the Ramarao's house. At that time, the girl Ratna was standing at the door, and then he goes there and remains. The narrator goes to the Ramarao's house and remains for some time there. Meanwhile, after that, what happens? The narrator goes and then meets to the boy Ranga, and he says that he has lied, or he has told, he has given some, or he had given some wrong information about the marriage of Ratna. Then he says, the narrator says that the girl is not married, Ratna is not married. He had lied to the boy Ranga. Then what happens? The Ranga was very much happy. Then the boy says, or the narrator inquires about the boy, what the Shastri told. Then the boy says, Ranga, whatever the Shastri said is all right, and it is all true things. Everything is true. I accept it. He admitted. Who admitted? The boy admitted. Ranga admitted about the worry or about the falling in love on Ratna. So then what happens? Ranga asks him. So let's get married with the Ratna. Then the boy Ranga accepts because he was totally fascinated with the beauty and sweet voice of Ratna. So that is why the boy Ranga is accepting now. He accepted. He want to marry who? Ratna. Then what happens? The narrator's plan is succeeded, isn't it? Then what happens? So the girl Ratna and Ranga gets married. Then when they got married, after years later, they what is called had a son. Then 3 years, after 3 years, they were celebrating birthday. So on the occasion of birthday, they invited the narrator because the effort of narrator Ranga got who? Ratna, isn't it? That is why they invited him for his birthday ceremony or birthday celebrations. So what happens as he comes there? The narrator was happy to see both of them, Ranga and Ratna. They had also named his son, Ranga's son, Syama, because in honor of narrator, they could what is called get married each other, isn't it? So then what happens? Ranga and Ratna got married, and Ranga was living a happy life with Ratna. This is the story of the Ranga's marriage. I hope all of you understood and will understand about the topic. Thank you.